Good day to you all. This is Exponential Computers, IT extension for senior secondary schools in Katsina State for SS3. If you have not forgot, this is our third week, that's lesson 3. I'm Abdullahi Alhat, the presenter of the topic. So this topic we come up with characteristics and the categories of human rights. So before we proceed, in the previous classes we have discussed about human rights. You know what is human right, and we have mentioned so many rights as an examples. So today we are going to look at the characteristics and the categories of human rights. The first one in the course outline: civic rights and the political rights, economic and the social rights, and we have environmental rights. Civic and the political rights are classes of rights that protect individual from his infringement by a government, social organization, and a private individual. Civil and political right upholds the sanctity of the individual before the law and guarantee his or her inability to participate freely in civil, economic, and political society. Civil rights include such as the right to life, liberty, and personal security, the right to equity before the law, the right of protection from arbitrary. So when we look up here, there is so many things that we have to consider when we talk about civic and political rights of an individual before the law and guarantee his ability to participate freely in civic and economic politics. There is so many rights that an individual have, and those rights cannot be denied by any other individual except on condition. Such condition is that whenever a person committed an offense, so it is only court that to distract, or it is only court that to stop the right that you are claiming that you have, because it is only court that has the right to punish any individual who violates the rules and regulations governing a community or a country. So when we talk about civil rights like personal liberty, you have the right to life. So all those rights, you as an individual, you have the right to come and sit down, make sure that you plan of your life, how you want your life to be, and what way are you going to follow so that you can earn, or you can have a property, or you can own a land, you can own a building, or something of that nature. So all those ones are in relation to civil rights. Then political rights. The political right is just talking about freedom of expression. If we talk about freedom of expression, is that there's freedom of press as an individual in the community, as an individual in the what? In the community, you have the right to make sure that you can go to any phrase if the government has promised during campaign. You can go to any media and say it loudly that before this government to come into the power, they have said whenever they came into the power, they will do this and this and this and this for us. But now, the government refuse to do it for us. So you have the right to say it out without insulting anybody. So it is part of the political right. Then you have the right to vote and to be voted for. When we say right to vote, we mean as an individual concern, you have the right to go to the voting point or the polling unit to vote any individual that you wanted him to represent you at any level, at the state level, local level, and the federal government level. Nobody will say that you have to vote for so individual. It will never be possible. So that's it. And when you attend the age of 18, so you are entitled to be voted. Your community will come vote for you when you attain the age of 18. So that is the political right we are talking about. Then we have economic and the social involvement of freedom, obtain private life. Economic and social right involve freedom of obtain private life, right to adequate food, adequate housing, education, health, and security. All those are part of economic and social rights. When we talk about adequate food, government have to provide food for the people so that they can put their own share in the food and take it to the market so that the people will have it in an affordable price. Then housing. Government also have to build houses for an individual people or for its citizens so that sometimes they can give rent or they can build the houses and give it to the civil servant so that they can fetch small amount of money, not at all. So at least the government help to the betterment of the life of its citizen. Provision of education. Education is one of the priority of every government. So every government, one of its priority is education because education is very important. Every community, if they are not educated, so many things may come up. Issue of insecurity, the worst part is education. All those people that are having such kind of problem, they are not educated. Because if they are educated, things cannot be done. So many things cannot be done. Health is one of the top priority of every government to make sure that health sector is being improved. Provision of medical facilities, provision of qualified doctors, building of school of health so that things will be easy and taking care of remote areas where dispensaries will be built with a doctors. Then social security is also part of it. So we have also environmental rights, which means access to unspoiled natural resources. All human beings depend on the environment in which we live. A safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment is integral to the full enjoyment of wide range of human to life. This is taking place, this what we are talking here, more especially when you look about Niger Delta. Their environment or the nature of their environment, the nature of their land, it will not take what it will not take agricultural activities, but the Almighty God bless them with what? With natural oil. So this natural oil will not be unspoiled. All our natural resources and all human beings that are living in Nigeria are most dependent on we depend mostly on the environment, because we are getting oil from our environment, agricultural products, all the products, it is there on the environment. So the environment has to be taken care of. Access to information, public participation, access to justice. So as an individual concerned in a country, you have the right to have access to information. You have to participate in public activities and access to justice whenever injustice has taken place. Solidarity is environmental right, which includes right to public goods, public goods such as development and the environment. Seek to guarantee all the individuals and the group have the right to share in the benefit of the earth, natural resources, as well as those goods and products that are made through processes of economic growth, expansion, and innovation. So, what we are talking about here is that this environmental rights is includes the goods, because environmental right we are talking about the natural resources that are there on our environment, and we said there is oil, there is all those agricultural products. We are getting it from what? From our environment. So all those products that we are getting through the process of economic growth and expansion and innovation will be taken care of, and must be taken care of by the both government and the citizens. So thank you for listening. You can now subscribe to our YouTube channel, Exponential Computers, for the recorded lesson. Thank you so much. I'm applied a lot.